What's going on, YouTube? Lasagna here, back with another episode of Road to 2000. And in today's episode, I have a little bit of a different energy about me because I'm on vacation. Week and a half off. Great time to play and grind some chess. So let's see how it goes. And you may notice I do have a heart monitor on, so you guys can see me scramble in time pressure and see in real time my stress levels. So yeah, hopefully everybody is having a good summer so far. I'm just gonna play f4 here. Yeah, I don't usually take a lot of summer vacations, but I decided to take a week and a half, and I've been loving it. Enjoying the sunshine. It's been good. Okay, opponent's playing some weird stuff here. I'm just going to start with bishop e3. We have a nice pawn mass in the center of the board here, so we should be better. Now, if I go here, it's almost like a French, with the light squared bishop behind the pawn chain here. And then he'll probably play like c5, so I could just kind of leave the center more open, or potentially open, and just like keep developing or something. I don't know what's better. I think I will just play bishop d3 for now. Can't be that bad, and you know, if he takes here, then you know, we're gonna have the e-file is gonna be semi-open here, so that should be good for us given our lead in development. I think I want to take with the knight, maybe? Just so maybe I can play c3 in the future. That seems like a move I'll probably want to get in there. And if he plays like f5, I'm not too worried about that, because I don't know, my knight could swing over here at the very least. Okay, we get knight d5. So we probably want to keep the bishop. So this move seems like a no-brainer to me. Pawn's still protected here. Keeping the bishop on the board, we'll short castle next. And yeah, I like the position. I think probably c4 makes sense. c4, c3, just c3 is a bit more solid, just connecting the pawns here. There's also maybe this idea of like bringing the queen over here. That could be interesting. Go for like a little kingside attack. That seems actually quite appealing. So I'm going to do that. Just try to attack the king right away here. Kind of any of you guys played the Grand Prix or something, I think this is a common idea when, you know, you push the f-pawn, even maybe some lines in the Vienna, you can bring your queen over to the king side and go from there. So, all right, we get rook e8. Maybe he wants to like tuck this back to increase the protection on the king side here. But I think we're good just to keep going with our plan here. And even if he does this, yeah, he does protect the g7 square quite well. But I feel like he'll have lots of pieces not developed yet, and maybe we can like jump one of these knights in, and maybe h4, h5. I don't know. With the bishops are probably going to be playing here as well. Maybe f5 at a certain moment too. So I really like the position. Even knight e5. Looks good too. So lots of options here, that's for sure. Okay, so let's think about this for a sec. This feels like a good moment to pause and consider my options. So yeah, I did consider h4. I don't know how much I like that move though. It seems okay, but maybe it isn't too bad, I don't know. This move, it does hang a pawn. Yeah, I don't really like it. There's also just like the slow plan of going like c3, maybe making an improving move like rook a to e1. But it almost feels like I want to do something a little bit faster just while his pieces aren't in the game. So maybe h4 is what I'll do here. It looks a little bit loose, you know, with the two pawns in front of my king like this, but I don't know. I just want to start cracking at the king side a little bit over here. That's my idea. And we're down a minute 20. So yeah, this doesn't seem like very serious play from my opponent here. I think just h5. Yeah, and like taking even looks pretty good, or and if yeah, he can't take, so yeah, this move seems like a no-brainer. I don't know what he's doing over here. Maybe trying to be in Keto, but he's gonna have issues surely over here with, you know, look at all of my pieces. Surely this is gonna be bad news bears here in a couple minutes when I open some lines towards this king. But we'll see if Asuncino from Paraguay. Let's see what he has in store for us. Okay, knight back to f6. So I could take. I'm smelling some sacrifices here, like takes, bishop takes, takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, check, king h8. And are we running out of steam there? Really curious about taking. What about takes first? Takes. 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 Then there's pressure here as well. Yeah, I don't think there's a big difference. Maybe we make like one more improving move before we sack. Maybe he'll have this though, I don't know. It felt a little bit premature to sack. Maybe it wasn't, maybe I should have just sacked, but I didn't see anything concrete after that line. We'll see after the game if I had something there, but shoot. Oh god. My knight. Oh, we have knight f2 though? Yeah, we have knight f2. Almost made a gigantic blunder there. We did lose a pawn there, but I mean, our attack is still very dangerous here. Obviously, this was a really nice attacker to have in the position, so, you know, having to retreat it to f2, yeah, I just kind of missed this. And guys, anytime you push the f-pawn, this diagonal is always a big problem. Queen b6, queen d4, that kind of stuff, you always have to be careful. Okay. I mean, I don't see a problem just with stepping up with the queen, though. Now if he fianchettos, he drops the pawn here. And again, there's sacrifices looming. So and at some point I'll probably play king h1 just to unpin this. But I mean, my opponent's playing without his whole queen side over here, so it's not like it's the end of the world that our knight on f2 is pinned. Like, okay, is there actually something concrete here if he just, like, I don't know, does nothing? Like, takes, let's just say he takes, check, knight g7. No, knight g7, we take here with the battery. Okay, it just goes back. What, does he want to draw? I don't want to draw. Here, here. Maybe we could go here, though. What about here? Here. Here? Let's see if he repeats. If he repeats once, I think I'll go here. Or if he repeats again, I should say I'll go here. I'm just got a little bit concerned about the clock. Shouldn't have spent that much time, but... I'm also realizing in this position that this might be a really good move at the right moment. Here, takes... Yeah, I didn't realize that he could take here. If I go here and he goes back, is it a draw? I think I have one more repetition, right? I don't know. Is knight f6 a draw? I might have just blundered a draw. I feel like this position's happened twice already, maybe? I don't know. I should have counted. If he goes back and it's not a draw, I will go, I think, here. So like here, here, here. Attacking the queen, but then I think I'll just go queen to h6. Okay, bishop f6. Takes, takes, check. Knight here. Bishop here. I mean, I have to. Okay, there's check. Here. There's also this move. You can't take because I take. I always have this check, I just don't see a follow-up. Okay, wait, check here, check. Here. Yeah, I don't see it. But I mean, I think he's kind of screwed. Like, I think he's losing the bishop, but I mean, maybe screwed's the wrong word because... Wait, resigns? I mean, I thought there was lots to play for there, but I mean, we'll take it. GG's to Asun Senso, and let's jump into the analysis. First game is Vacation Lasagna, and it's a big ol' victory. We played with a 78.8, and my opponent, Asun Senso, played with a 68% accuracy. So GG's. Looks like we were cleanly winning at the end. I'll do the analysis pretty quick so we can probably get a second game in. But I go e4, opponent goes this kind of, I don't know, hippopotamus cow kind of setup. I don't really know what you call it. It's just one of those openings where they just kind of concede the center to you. So, you know, we take the full center, play f4. Oops. Sorry about that. And, let me turn the engine moves off there. There we go. And we go knight f3. And, yeah, we just kind of have this set up. And if I go here, opponent can go c5 probably. And it's kind of like a French. But I guess it's just a terrible French, according to the engine. I guess I in the French, you usually don't have all these pieces out, and he wasted time pushing c6, so obviously it's a worse version, but there's some structural similarities, I guess, given that black's probably aiming for c5, and he has this hemmed-in light square bishop. But I didn't go for that. Instead, I played bishop d3. We get a trade in the center, knight d5, and just tucking the bishop back. Since I weakened the dark square diagonal, I don't really want to... I don't really want to allow this trade, because I think it's just a problem positionally if I want to castle kingside there. So I play bishop d2, short castles. Engine doesn't like it. It probably wants me to go long or something, but castles, queen e1. This is a typical idea when you have room for the queen to maneuver over to the kingside here. So we get rook e8 and queen g3, which is an inaccuracy. And engine wants knight e to g5. Don't really see the point of this. Like, what if he just kicks me? Bishop h7 check here, and knight to e5. And if takes, f takes, whoa, that's insane. Yeah, that's a really nice sequence there, but I just played it a bit more simply. Just swung my queen over. We get g6, and I decided to go h4 here. Engine likes knight e to g5. There was a lot of good candidate moves here, you know, like putting a knight in the center, pushing one of these pawns, you know, some of the simpler moves like c3 and rook e1. But I always do that. I gotta start learning how to use my arrow keys. But I just figured they're all probably decent, so I just went h4 here with the idea of pushing and just damaging my opponent's kingside pawns. Opponent goes b5, which is a very bad move. I keep pushing, and we get knight f6, takes, and knight to e5, which is a blunder. Due to knight takes e4, bishop takes e4, and check. So that would have lost my whole advantage. Yeah, I have to be more careful about this diagonal. Maybe it is smart in this position just to play something like c3, just to solidify my position a little bit. Or what does the engine want? Engine wants to take the knight. Okay, c3 is the second best move though, so I think c3 would have been good. Just never have to worry about the diagonal. But I go there. Opponent checks, and we go knight f2. Yeah, so he kind of reversed. He mixed up the move order. He should have taken the knight first, and then the bishop would have been hanging. Oh my god, again. But instead he checks first, and now I have knight f2, which saves the game. He goes there, and I thought I blundered a repetition here. Like, is knight f6 a draw? No. Okay, yeah, this is only the second time this position occurred, so I was okay there. But instead he goes bishop f6, playing for more, which is a mistake in this position because he's losing. And we sack the knight, and yeah, bishop c3 is a nice move here. It is the top engine move. The check here, there's no like mate or anything. Obviously, it's still winning with all the pieces undeveloped and the king being hunted down. But yeah, my opponent resigned after this move. I thought there was still like, yeah, he's losing a piece. Like, let's just say queen d8 here. Bishop takes f6. And okay, yeah, I guess if you calculate a little bit further, he's just losing the game here as well. I thought, okay, he's getting his piece back, but maybe there's some play, but no. Engine says the best move is actually taking the bishop, because otherwise checkmate's threatened and the queen can't like get over here, for example, to protect the knight. So I guess it was a reasonable resignation. I just figured that he probably had some way to keep the game going. But in any case, we won the game there. And yeah, I think we'll try to squeeze one more in here. So let's hop into a second 10-minute game here. And we're against King Brian. Wow. That is an epic profile picture, Mr. Brian. So let's go c5 here, play a Sicilian. And are we going to get another closed Sicilian? Or are we just going to get move ordered into another, like an open Sicilian? I don't know. Let's just go g6 though. Okay, and now we get like a bishop c4 line here. Usually I play like e6 in this. I think I'm going to try something a little different this game. I think I'm going to go here and play like knight e7 and d5 that way, and refrain from putting the knight on f6. Okay, so if I go here, does he want to like go here and check maybe? Okay, here, what if queen f3 first? Here, queen f3. I mean, at a minimum, we have like knight h6, but I don't know if I really love that position. I mean, we could just kick him out right away. No, we can't, because he's making this threat. What about this move, though? Just attacking the bishop right away? Here, bishop here, e6, and it's kind of just the same thing, but I have a knight on e5. I don't really like it. So e6 takes, check, or takes, check. If we go knight f6, he doesn't have this move because we can take it. So I think e6 is probably fine. Okay, let's just go knight e7. Get ready to castle the king here. Okay, opponent's playing very awkwardly here. I think d5 is probably a good move. I think he wants to come in here, but I can like push the pawn and then protect that square with the king, I think. So let's go for that. Opponent's playing very aggressively here, but I don't actually think the knights are like well placed on these squares, to be honest. So I think we're just a little bit better here. We can target these knights whenever we want with like these moves. And I think we'll be much better. Like knight f5 here looks very natural and good. I guess it doesn't actually hit the knight though. There's check. If he goes here, I take. Check. If he drops back, then there's this to pick up the knight, I think. Check, c3. Yeah, I think I should play this move. Yeah, I mean, if I go here, b4, I can just take it, because if he takes, I take the rook, so I think he might have just lost the game instantly here, but we're about to find out. So let's take. And actually, yeah, I was going to say, if he took with the bishop, I think he just loses more material. I think we can take here, though. I don't know if it's even worth losing our light squared, our dark squared bishop, though, because we're already up a bunch of material, so if we, like, take... I mean, he can't even trade, though. Well, I guess he could. King f1. I think it's probably a good move. Just get a bit more material. I'm a little bit... I don't really want to lose my... Wait, no, this isn't serious, though. That's just another free piece. Yeah, King Brian forgot to put on his crown this morning, and yeah, this is just over. Maybe somebody just went on his account or something, but this isn't the play of a 1600, that's for sure. Let's just bring the bishop back here, occupy the nice diagonal again. And I could take the pawn. I don't think we really need to be looking for more material at this point, though. I think I'll just go back with the queen and play just very solidly, like this move. Or wait, he can't really play this, though, can he? Like, we have 1, 2, 3, and he only has 1, 2, so I think we're good to just take. And I definitely want to develop the bishop at some point. I kind of have a feeling we're going to get a resignation, though, yeah. So GG's to King Brian. That was not a very good performance, but hey, we had a long one first, so it's kind of nice to get a little short one. And 2 wins in a row, baby. Let's go. What rating are we at? We're at 1643. So, wow. Seems like the 1600s are going faster than the 1500s. That's good progress, guys. But let's take a quick look at the analysis. Not much to go through, but we'll take a look nonetheless. Okay, so in this game, again, we play the Sicilian. Opponent plays kind of a weird move order. Like, usually, if you're going to play like an open Sicilian or like with the bishop c4, usually they put this knight out, but not a big difference. We played g6, and if you noticed in my previous games against bishop c4, I usually don't play g6 and instead just go like e6 and d5, but I still think this version's completely fine. I spent a little bit of time here before playing e6. It is the best move, but I was kind of wondering about something like this. But I figured, okay, knight f6 actually, yeah, I figured just knight f6 here, and I'm getting like fully developed, and he's just down a piece, and this might look scary, but of course we just take, and now he's gonna actually drop the bishop as well. Well, not drop the bishop, but we're gonna be able to trade the bishop and then play rook f8 and just move the king, and we're just completely winning. So for that reason, I decided that e6 was just fine. He goes a3, which is weird. Okay, I had, oh, lasagna, hello? Just missed knight takes g5 there, that's kind of funny. I think I just, in my brain, thought he had already played this move, but anyways, we go knight e7. And yeah, opponent's just flinging the knights in. And we go d5, just striking in the center, trying to open things up a little bit while my opponent's got the king in the center and moving a bunch of pieces twice in the opening. So we get takes, and bishop e2. I thought the whole reason of this move was that so he could tuck the bishop back here, which kind of makes more sense because he's still kind of eyeing this threat in the future, maybe. But my opponent goes back to e2 instead, and we castle, and he plays d3. And this just loses a piece, I think, because after this, well, because of what happened in the game, knight c3 and d4. I thought maybe he was going to play b4 here, counterattacking the queen and giving him some time to move the knight. But I thought this didn't work due to pawn takes, and he can't actually take back because of the pin. But I guess this does give him time to move the knight. And now I'm not winning a piece anymore. But we do win a couple of pawns in this position. But yeah, I guess Engine's actually saying knight takes b4 instead is stronger. And same thing, he can't take because I take. the rook. And now we have... What are we threatening if just like castles? Oh, we're still threatening the knight. And if he, now if he moves the knight, then there's a discovery. Double check here, and it's just devastating. So that would have been cool. But my opponent doesn't find b4 here in this position, and instead just plays the bishop up. But this doesn't make any sense because I just take, and he can't take because of takes, and check. Can't block with the queen because I'll take the rook. So he has to go king f1 here, and this is just over. So he takes with the pawn instead, which is probably the better move, and but we still take. And what I was saying in the game before he resigned is just, I was kind of wondering if bishop takes c3 is even the best move, because it's kind of tempting just to play something like queen c7, consolidate this little pawn chain, and now we're just like up a clean piece basically for a pawn, and I think having this dark squared bishop is kind of nice. So that's another way to do it. Because after castles, this just loses another piece, and he goes knight f3. We bring the bishop back, and bring the queen back, and just loses another pawn in the center, and the game's just over. He's just got no material. We've got control of the center, a bunch of extra pieces, and should go on to win this pretty handily. So GG's to King Brian Michael, and thank you all for watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.